Hey, welcome everybody. We're giving you an adoption update, but we wanted to talk about the top 3 questions that we often get about adoption. So,
First one is why international adoption and why not adopt from the United States? We get this question quite a bit from a lot of people. For us, international adoption is something we've always wanted to do. And this is something that when we were in college, we actually had discussions about this when we were dating. So this spans 12 or 13 years back. It's always something we've been called towards.
yeah, we feel like God has called us individually at separate times, even before we started dating, that He pursued something in us that made us want to adopt internationally. And so we didn't know what country that was at the time, but He's led us down this amazing journey to Colombia.
Why not the United States? To be honest, there's nothing wrong with the United States. We love America, and something we want to do in the future is actually foster to adopt a child in America, as well as to add to our
Local in
family.
our community, and then we're hoping and praying in the future as well is to be open to adoption through fostering in the future. But right now we've just been called to adopt internationally, and we've set that in place, and as you guys have heard, and we're excited. So
Question number 2, why does it take so long? This is a very good question. I will say international adoption does take longer than domestic adoption. And that's for one main reason. In domestic adoption, you are becoming approved through the United States or through your particular state to adopt a child. Internationally, one, you first have to get approved through the United States to be able to immigrate into the country, which does take a lot of work. There's also the visa paperwork and all the immigration stuff that you have to go through. On top of that, you also have to seek approval through the country that you're going through. Go through their
and each country has specific guidelines that you have to be approved through. So depending what kind of medical procedures you have to do, what blood tests to make sure that you're healthy enough to adopt from that country. We had to take a really intensive personality questionnaire.
Psychological evaluation.
Yes, that was over
personality
400
test.
questions. We had to meet with a therapist, go through different sessions to make sure that we were according to their guidelines. Healthy enough to welcome a child.
As well as medically. We had to do a medical evaluation. We had to do a series of tests to make sure that we were negative for a lot of these chronic and debilitating diseases, so that the countries can see that we are fit for adoption.
Yes. But also, it just varies. So we are talking specifically about international adoption to us. Every case, every country is different. We are not as familiar with domestic and private adoptions, and so some of those cases can take longer for people hoping to adopt. So if you have adopted domestically, your case could be different, or if you're searching that avenue, we aren't the best resources for that because we are adopting internationally. So just to let you know, every case is different, every time frame is different, especially right now too.
Third question, when will we get our daughter?
And do we know her? What's her name? We have very
Where is she
excited family
from?
members
How old is she?
and
Yeah.
people that have been asking updates, and that's why we hopped on here to kind of share that. We do not know her. We are not matched yet. Can you explain a little bit about what that process means?
So we do not know her name. We have not been officially matched or paired with anybody. So at this point, we are already 2 years into our adoption process, going on year 3 here very soon. A lot of paperwork and a lot of applications. This is kind of the typical timeline for international adoption. I would say we're on phase 2 of 3 right now, coming into phase 3 of 3. That being said, once the country of Colombia actually accepts us, we will become into the matching process where they will actually find a particular girl for the Beckman family. And so at that point, we will find name, we'll know background information
As much
as they do know of the particular girl.
Yes. And to be matched, you might be wondering, well, did we fill out anything to kind of put specifications? We did we partnered with our adoption agency, which is Lifeline. They're out of Alabama. They're phenomenal. We've had friends from college that have used them. And so they're just a trusted Christian organization that we just feel like it was a great match for us. And we fill out this big questionnaire and kind of what we're willing to say yes or no to. So if you would like to adopt a boy or a girl.
For our specific country of Colombia, we will have to accept a certain amount of special needs. They just say that just comes with the territory, which is perfectly fine for us. We will be able to see any sort of information they do have will be available to us.
Yes. But for our daughter, we don't know if she's going to be a baby. So we put 0 to 5 years old. So we have no idea what age she is within that guideline or from what city or town that she's from in Colombia. But we are very excited. And once we are matched, we can share, throughout that process, how old she is. We're not sure if we can share her name once we get it, but what we can share, we will share and keep you guys updated because you are part of the village, and we're excited to share our adoption journey with you.
Yep, absolutely. It does take a village to raise a child. We do feel so blessed and so fortunate to have everybody along this journey with us. So thank you so much for everyone who is thinking about us, praying for us, and who has already supported us. We can't thank you enough. We will continue to share progress updates as much as we can, as much as we are legally allowed to, I guess.
And protecting our
with
daughter.
Confidentiality.
Yeah, with her story for her to share it when she wants to share it as well.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. We hope to be back soon and share more exciting updates.